What is up, everyone? I got my Jaylen Brown Boston Celtics jersey on. Even though he's with the Philadelphia 76ers, I'm still going to sport this jersey. But anyways, big news in the NBA today. LeBron James signs with the Philadelphia 76ers in what's the biggest storyline in the sports world today. And the question is, do the 76ers have what it takes with their current lineup to win an NBA title? That is the question, and this is what I am aiming to talk about today. And we're going to go through some of the teams in the East that could give them a hard time. What is up, Willie? Thanks for coming back into another stream of mine. We're here to talk about the signing of LeBron James. He went to the Philadelphia 76ers. And I'm going to pull up the East, and I'm going to go through what teams I think could challenge the 76ers. And even before I look at the list of teams, I don't think it's going to be that many that can challenge the 76ers with that lineup they're going to put out on the court. Let's pull up the East here. I mean, if you think about the lineup that the Sixers are going to put out there, they're going to have LeBron James, they're going to have Jaylen Brown, they're going to have Joel Embiid, they're going to have Maxey. I mean, that's a pretty solid starting lineup there. I think LeBron might have a better year than he had with the Lakers. I mean, it's quite possible if you look at the teammates he's going to be playing with in Philadelphia, there's definitely a good chance of that. And LeBron James doesn't have to carry this team. That's the good news for him. At this stage of his career, we all know he's past his prime. That's obvious. But he still has a very high basketball IQ, and that can only help the Philadelphia 76ers. All right. So in the East, these are the teams that have a chance to challenge the Philadelphia 76ers. I'm just going off the playoff teams from last year. Detroit Pistons. The problem with the Detroit Pistons is they have problems scoring. Outside of Cade Cunningham, I don't think there's anyone else on that roster besides Cunningham that scares you. Boston Celtics, if anything, they've been weakened since last year. They lost Jaylen Brown. So I think they're going to take a step back this year. They were 56-26 last year, and that's without Tatum for most of the year. But only time will tell how Jason Tatum will lead that team. Jaylen Brown did a pretty good job last year out leading the Boston Celtics. But we're going to see how Jason Tatum leads the Boston Celtics. I just don't think the Celtics have enough pieces to really challenge the Philadelphia 76ers. Outside of Jason Tatum, no one on that roster really scares you. And I think Joe Mazzulla, I think he's a good coach. I don't think he's a great coach. I think sometimes Joe Mazzulla gets in his own way. And I think he forgets about the human nature that is the game of basketball. And I think he gets too deep into analytics at times. His philosophy is you live by the three and you die by the three. And, the Celtics can have a poor shooting night from the three-point land. And his philosophy is to shoot your way out of your slump instead of, taking it to the basket to get easier shots. And so, and I also think that Joe Mazzulla has a very weak ability to make in-game adjustments because he's stubborn. He only believes in his philosophy, and he will die on that hill. And so until the Celtics change that coaching staff and change their philosophy, I don't see them winning another championship, to be quite honest with you. I have an edit about the Celtics. What's that? What is your edit? Speak your piece. And while you speak your piece, the New York Knicks obviously could challenge the Philadelphia 76ers. They obviously they just won the NBA Finals. And so, outside of, honestly, I think the New York Knicks are really the only team in the East that could challenge the Philadelphia 76ers. I don't see anyone else in the East that scares me. I don't really have one. JD Edits 703. Oh, you have a YouTube channel yourself? Yeah, I already made a stream earlier today talking about this trade, but I feel like it's kind of a big deal. I know I keep saying trade. It wasn't a trade. LeBron James signed with the Philadelphia 76ers. But, it's a big signing. It's a big story. It's going to be talked about by a lot of people. And only time will tell as far as, how far they're going to take this. Yeah, I'll subscribe to your channel if you subscribe to mine. Yeah, no problem, man. I will sub to your channel, man. Promise. And like the Cleveland Cavaliers, yeah, they were a playoff team last year, right? But the problem with the Cleveland Cavaliers is if Donovan Mitchell is your best player, I think you got a problem. And I don't believe that you can win an NBA championship if Donovan Mitchell is your best player. I have a good amount of time watching him play. I'm a Utah Jazz fan, and when he was teamed up with Rudy Gobert in Utah, whenever they would make the playoffs, Donovan Mitchell, the further the team got into the playoffs, the less of an impact he had on the game. He would disappear in the biggest games, and so, I don't think the Cleveland Cavaliers can challenge the Sixers. I don't think the Celtics can challenge the Sixers. I literally only think, if I'm looking at the playoff teams from the East of this past year, I really think the only team that can challenge the 76ers is the New York Knicks. And that's about it. I mean, the East is more of a layup than the West is. The West has much more, they have more better teams on that side of things. But even if you look at LeBron's stats from last year, even at his age, I think he was averaging something like 20 points a game, 7 rebounds, and 6 assists. And that's pretty solid for a player his age. There's some players, in their prime that are kind of mid players that don't average those kind of numbers. And, obviously with the contract that LeBron James signed with the Philadelphia 76ers, he only signed for 2 years, $8 million. So basically it's for $4 million a year. It's probably, even though it's labeled a 2-year contract, it's probably really year to year. The second year is probably voidable, if I had to take a guess on how the contract was constructed. But I'm interested to see how this plays out. To be honest, I'm not a big fan of super teams. I don't really think it's good for the league. But I do think it's interesting, and it's going to be interesting to see what transpires as the season goes on. But if you come across this live stream, if you want to make a comment or give me your opinion as to how you think the Philadelphia 76ers are going to fare this season, please comment down below. Yes, you are the only one watching the stream right now. I typically average 4 to 5 people coming in the stream. It is what it is. Hopefully, with time, the more I come on here, I'll eventually develop a decent-sized community of people in here that want to talk sports. Yep. YouTube's tough, man. YouTube is tough. But you know what, man? A lot of people, they want to hate the algorithm. I choose to not hate the algorithm. At the end of the day, you have to put out good content, and you have to put out content that people feel value in. And I think the longer you do this and the more time you have with it and the more effort you put into it, eventually you'll make good content. My wish is to just become a big YouTuber and an NFL player. Both are very hard to achieve, but it's definitely good to have lofty goals. I mean, I'm happy with the growth of my channel. I'm closing in on 22,000 subscribers, so I'm happy about that. But you know, YouTube has a lot of ups and downs. I have some good months, I have some bad months. All I can do is keep pushing forward and keep making these live streams and keep making my shorts and you know, kind of just doing my thing over here in the corner, and you know, hopefully at some point it'll get recognized. But I was kind of pissed off because that stream that you were watching, the Madden game that I was playing, I had previously disabled all the music on Madden, right? Because the problem is, like, with all that music, it's copyrighted. So if you stream like a game with the music playing, you can get like copyright claims, which don't affect your channel all that much. The only thing a copyright claim can do is, like, if you monetize your channel, it just means you really won't make any money off that video. But I want to avoid getting copyright claims as much as I can, so I ended up just deleting the stream. I'll have to redo another stream at some point. But I re-listened to some of the audio, and that headset that I was using, it sounds much better than the last headset that I was using. I was kind of satisfied with it. But yeah, man, just keep putting in the effort to your YouTube channel, and hopefully some good things will come to you. But yeah, back to this Philadelphia 76ers team. You know, I've seen these teams assembled before, and just because you have a lot of talent on the team doesn't necessarily mean it's all going to come together. I mean, you have a lot of big egos on that team. You know, Jaylen Brown, LeBron James. I'm sure they have relatively large egos, and they both want to be the alpha. And so there's a lot of egos and personality to manage on that team, and it's going to be their responsibility to hash things out. And I think for it to work for the Philadelphia 76ers, I think there's going to have to be a lot of discussions. And, you know, I think at the end of the day, they're going to have to eat their pride a little bit and play for the best interest of the team instead of themselves if they ultimately want to win an NBA Finals. And that's easier said than done. But I think since LeBron James has experience with these super teams, with his days with the Miami Heat, I think he knows how to go about doing that. So I think the 76ers have a good chance of at least reaching the finals. But I almost think if they reach the finals, they have a really good chance of winning it. Out west, I could kind of see the Spurs going back there. If not them, possibly the Oklahoma City Thunder. Hey, nice to have you back. I'm not sure how to pronounce your username there. Yayum? I'll call you Yayum. Is that okay? We're just talking about the Philadelphia 76ers signing LeBron James. All right. Yayum. So Yayum, how is your day going? What are you up to besides being in this live stream? I'll probably do like at least an hour tonight, guys. Because I've been up since like 5 a.m. this morning. So I'm trying to push through it, but I'll do at least an hour tonight. Nice to hear that. What were you doing, Willie the man? So anyways, what are your thoughts on that LeBron James signing? What do you think is going to come of it? Do you think they're going to make the finals? Do you think they're going to lose the finals? Do you think they're going to win in the finals? I wonder what I wonder what Jason Tatum thinks of this whole ordeal. His sidekick is now going to be playing with LeBron James. Yeah, I think they're going to make the finals too. I mean, if you heard me go through some of the playoff teams from last year, besides the New York Knicks, I mean, there's really not a lot of teams that can challenge them. Yeah, LeBron James can still play. I think if they limit his minutes and they load manage him and keep him fresh for the playoffs, I think that's more important than getting as much wins as they can. I don't think maximizing the wins is the most important thing. I think preserving LeBron James for the playoffs is probably more important. So while I am against load management in general when it comes to LeBron James because of his age and the amount of wear and tear on his body, just because of the amount of years he's been in the league. I think he's been in the league, 21 years? I think it would be wise to load manage LeBron James so that he's fresh for the playoffs. But I will say I'm definitely not rooting for the Philadelphia 76ers. I don't want to see them win a finals. But I wouldn't be surprised if they did. That's a pretty impressive lineup they're going to be putting out there. And the big question mark is Joel Embiid, right? I mean, the question isn't can he play? We all know he can play when he's healthy. He has some really good games. He's a good passer. He's a good shooter. He's a good rebounder. He's a good basketball player. But the problem with him is he's never really had a year where he's been healthy through and through. But I think my bet to win the finals this year, I'll come back when I'm done taking a shower. I should still be on when you're done taking a shower. I'll be on for at least another 45 minutes, give or take. But honestly, like, I'm more excited about the NFL season. I don't know if we have some football fans up in here. I know this stream is primarily about the Sixers signing LeBron James, but if you guys are interested in talking some football or you're interested in talking about something else, just comment down below. We can talk about that too. It can be agenda-free too. Who is your favorite college team? Miami Hurricanes? Nice. So are you a Cam Ward fan? Who's he with? The Tennessee Titans? Yeah, he's with the Tennessee Titans. He went number 1 overall, right? I see, buddy, 21. Welcome back. I think you were in the stream earlier this afternoon, right? If memory serves me correct. Hi, Alec. Welcome. You're a newbie in here. Nice to have you in here. And thanks for coming back. See, buddy. Yeah, honestly, guys, like, even if I have a thumbnail and the title is about a specific thing, I will start off talking about that. But if the chat wants to take the conversation in a different direction or talk about another sport or talk about another topic, I'm definitely open for changing topics. Whatever it takes to keep people interested in the stream, I am open to it. Yeah, we got 7 people in here, so anyone that comes in, feel free to comment down below. Please hit the like button and consider subscribing if you like the content. And just as quick as I said that, it went from 7 to 4 to 5. Sometimes I wish I didn't see that stat at the top of the live stream. I mean, it does help, but like, I know some of those bigger YouTube channels, it's like you can't really keep up with the live chat. They get way too many comments. But it makes it really easy to keep the stream going and keep the conversation going because there's so many comments coming in. So they can kind of like cherry pick which ones they want to respond to. Oh yeah, there is a feature on the live stream where you can invite another person onto your live stream. Yeah, definitely, I'd be open to that. I mean, I'd be open to do that with somebody. If anyone comes onto my live stream and they want to give that a shot, I would definitely be open to that. I still don't know what direction I want to go with my live streams. It's kind of like, honestly, it's just open for conversation. I mean, perhaps on some of the streams we can talk about sports. On another stream we could talk about life. Maybe it doesn't have to be a specific thing all the time. I'm not really a niche person. I get bored talking about the same thing. I don't know how some of these YouTubers do it. Some of these YouTubers, not only do they niche, but they niche down and they talk about very, very specific things. And it's just like, I feel like if you've seen one video, you've seen them all. I'm not really interested in those kinds of things. I get bored with them. I like talking about a lot of different things. What is your most favorite game out of all your games that you have? You can pick two. Okay, right off the bat, without a question, I don't play it as much anymore because I've played the hell out of it and I feel like there's nothing else I could possibly do on it. But that would be Red Dead Redemption 2. If I wish I could go back in time and relive my experience playing through the story mode for the first time. It was magical. It was amazing. It was like unlike any game I've ever played in my life. The story, the writing, the characters, the graphic, the living, breathing open world. I mean, it was absolutely amazing. I loved Red Dead Redemption 2. As far as my second favorite game, I would really have to think about that. If you could notice, like I didn't have to think about the Red Dead 2 because that left such a big impression on me. My second favorite game, I would probably have to go back to like PS1. I mean, this is gonna catch some of you by surprise. You may have never even heard of this game, but I would say my second favorite game of all time, besides Red Dead Redemption, which would be number one, would be Twisted Metal 2. And that was on the PlayStation 1. And I just have so many good memories playing that game with my friends growing up, that if I were to get my hands on that game again and play it, it would give me such a nostalgic experience. Yeah, Twisted Metal 2, it was awesome. Like there was like maybe 10 to 15 different vehicles you could choose from, and they all had like a different arsenal of weapons you could use, and they each had their own superpowers. Very fun game. So that would be number two. Hey Mab, what's going on? My week's going good. My Friday was amazing. I've been enjoying it a lot. I've been doing a couple of live streams today. This will be my last one of the day because I'm getting kind of tired. But I'm having a pretty good day, honestly. What about you, Mab? What is your question, Willie? So with like college football, it's weird. Like, I like the college football video game. I have fun playing that, and like I was telling you in the stream I was doing a little while ago, I have much more fun playing college football than I do Madden. I like the way that it plays. It's more responsive. It plays faster. It's more arcadey, and I feel like Madden, the players are kind of like running a quicksand. It's way too slow for what it should be. I don't watch too much college football on TV, but if I were to pick my favorite college football team, like when I was young, I would say Penn State, but now I would probably say like Alabama. My favorite zombie game, I would probably say Days Gone. But the one annoying thing about the Days Gone is constantly having to fill the bike with gas. So that was always kind of like a constant worry as I was playing it. And I didn't really like the laser point guns in that game. I couldn't understand why they were laser points. But Days Gone was a pretty good game. I'm kind of surprised they never made a part 2. Yeah, I will try inviting you to a collab like in a future stream. We'll give it a go. Not in this stream because I'm feeling kind of like tired. But when I have like more energy and I'm up for it, I will definitely invite you for a collab. Sound good? And Willie, how old are you, by the way? And please, anyone that's coming into the stream, please like the live stream. I can use all the likes I can get and watch time. So anyone that comes in here, if you like the content and you're enjoying it, please stay in it as long as you can. I'm really trying to accumulate the watch hours and hit that 4,000 watch hours. I'm nowhere close to it, but I'm going to keep trucking along. What are you doing live? Right now, we're just having random conversations, honestly. We started off talking about the LeBron James signing. We talked a little bit of college football. And, I'm flexible like that. I don't care if the conversation goes in different directions. I'm willing to do whatever it takes to keep people in the stream and keep people interested. And I understand that people have different things that they're interested in talking about. So, and I'd like to believe I'm pretty well versed in talking about different topics. Okay, I'm 21, but we can do the collab. Yeah, you're old enough to do the collabs. I was thinking like you were 12 years old or something. Yeah, that's fine, man. We can do a collab at some point. When am I doing another live? I think I'm gonna be pretty busy this weekend. But my next stream after this one will probably be Monday night after work. Dat boy, thank you very much for the subscription. And if you could, please like this live stream. You know what's funny is like I've had quite a few live streams where someone comes in here and tells me Jesus loves me, and I don't mind it. It doesn't bother me, and but I hope that's true. All right, Willie, sounds well. I will see you Monday. I'll probably be back on Monday evening live streaming. There's a chance I might live stream this weekend, but it's just that, a chance. I don't want to like say 100% and then not follow through on it. But I would say like, I typically live stream maybe 3 to 4 days a week, sometimes 5. I'm most active on my YouTube channel on Fridays because I work like an interesting schedule at work. Monday through Thursday, I work 9-hour days, which gives me the 36 hours. And then on Fridays, I work 6 to 10, which make the 40. So I only work half a days on Friday, which is nice. I get out at 10 o'clock, and then I have a lot of time to work on my YouTube channel. So like Friday is my most active day on YouTube, as far as making YouTube shorts and making live streams. But yeah, I'm still a work in progress. I'm still new to this live stream thing. Starting off, it can be a little intimidating to go live because, as you know, like there's no second tape. There's no second take. It's like, if you mess up on a word, if you stumble on a word, you kind of just gotta power through it and keep going. And I've always been like one of those people that feel like I need to be a perfectionist. I don't like making mistakes. I don't like messing up. But I'm using these live streams as a way for me to grow as a person and know that I don't have to be perfect all the time. And I really do like doing these live streams. I like interacting with people. I like talking with people. And one of the best things about these live streams is once I am done the live stream, no editing involved. I just post it and then it's done. I don't need to think about it anymore. That's one of my favorite things about doing these live streams. I don't really enjoy doing the standard long form content. Like, the interesting thing is when I do these live streams, I mess up less than when I do the regular long form videos. When I do like the regular long form videos, I end up making like a lot of cuts in the videos because like I'll mess up on a word, or like I'll forget like I'll lose my train of thought, and then like I have to like do a retake. But I feel like when I do these live streams, for whatever reason, it's easier for me to articulate my thoughts on the live streams than it is the regular videos, if that makes any sense, because it doesn't make any sense to me. So for like the longest time, I was really like 90% of the content I was doing was like YouTube shorts, and I did do some long form content, but not a lot of it. And so the shorts did get me to the subscribers I need, because to monetize your channel you need 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours. So like I hit the 1,000 subscribers a long time ago. The YouTube shorts helped me to do that, but now I'm really trying to work towards getting that 4,000 watch hours. So that's why I'm really trying to pump out these live videos to accumulate more watch hours. You're my favorite YouTuber now. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. And you just came across me tonight. This isn't my main job. Honestly, I wish it was. I could talk sports all day long. My channel is not monetized yet. I don't have the watch hours that I need. So that's what I am working towards now. I have enough subscribers. I have close to 22,000 subscribers. But a lot of those subscribers are from the shorts. So now I'm really trying to focus on these live streams. Thank you very much. It's a challenge that I am willing to accept, but I believe in myself and I believe that I can do it. But honestly, I think the thing that's held me back on YouTube is, like I was alluding to earlier, I don't like niching down. I don't like talking about the same thing over and over and over again. So like the very thing that can make you successful on YouTube, I don't do. I'm kind of like all over the place. I like to talk about different things. So that kind of holds me back with my growth on YouTube. But my real goal is 50 subs. I mean, so you're at 17 right now. You can definitely get there. What did I have for dinner? I had two Cayum Fenway Frank hot dogs with ketchup, mustard, and dill relish. I have 2,400 subs, and I know what it feels like. Yeah, man, like I remember when I first started my YouTube channel, I think it was like a few months in, like I only had like maybe like 120 subscribers in. And I remember this YouTuber like commented on my video. It was actually one of the videos I did talking about my autism. You guys might not know this if you haven't watched my previous videos, but I do have autism. And he commented on my video, and he said that it was a very good story that I told, and he enjoyed the footage that I put in there. And then naturally I went onto his channel to see how many subscribers he had at the time, and he had 500 subscribers. So when I was sitting at like 120, I was thinking to myself, it's gonna take me forever to get to 500 subs. And now I am sitting at close to 22,000 subs. So sometimes you can hit those periods where you can have significant growth with YouTube. It comes and goes. But I am gonna be a big YouTuber one day. Yeah, I mean, honestly, to ever get to that point, you have to have the mindset you can do it. I do have a webcam though. It's just something wrong with my mic. Honestly, too, to get started, you don't even have to worry about having the best computer or the best microphone. I think at the end of the day, it's like people are going to like your personality or they're not going to like your personality. I mean, you can have, the best webcam, the best computer, the best mic, but if you don't have a presence, if you don't have like a good presence to you, and you're not coming across well to your audience, like all that good equipment at the end of the day isn't even going to matter. So like I would focus on honing your craft, getting used to and getting comfortable of doing the YouTube lives. And then once you start getting results, then you can worry about getting like better equipment. But I want to waste money on getting all that stuff up front, to be honest with you. You can just use your phone like I do. I mean, I do have a nice microphone. I don't really use it all that much. It's a Shure microphone. I just find it to be like a hassle to set all that stuff up sometimes. And the thing I like about the phone is like you can just go live like that. If you want to go through like a laptop, then you need to download a streaming software, and then you got to figure out how to use the software, and it's just like it's a lot more steps. So yeah, to start off, I would just use the like basic equipment, honestly, because like having like a nice mic, a nice webcam, and all that stuff, like it's only gonna get you so far. That's just my personal advice, but you can do whatever you want. It's okay. Hope to see you on the next stream. And thank you. I love Jesus too. Ugh. All right, I'll be on for at least another 25 minutes. And no problem, Willie. All right, you're leaving too? All right. Thanks for coming on, though. Take care, man. See you in a future stream, and we'll have to do a collab in the future. Look forward to it. I see we got a few people in the chat. Feel free to comment down below, and if you like this content, consider liking and subscribing. We can talk about sports, we can talk about life, we can talk about anything you're interested in talking about. So whatever it is that you want to talk about, just comment down below. See you later, Willie. I'm going to bring up this live stream on my laptop too. Man, oh man. Hey, your shower's all done. Welcome back. Is there anything specific that you want to talk about? You have any hobbies? You have any interests? Let's see. You want to talk about you? What specifically? I just thought you were ending stream. No, I'm going to be ending the stream in like 20 to 25 more minutes. I'm going to flag football this. Oh, awesome, man. Awesome. Flag football's fun. I played it for a season, and it was kind of weird because, at the time, you're doing tackle, nice. At the time that I was playing flag football, this is probably like 10 years ago. I at that time I was getting up at like 6 a.m. for work, right? So I would do my work day, get out at 3:30, and then we would have like these flag football games at like 10 p.m. at night when I was like, and like at that time, like literally like all I wanted to do was to go to bed, but I was having to like mentally get ready for a flag football game. So like for whatever reason, the flag football league that I was in, we would have the latest start times. I don't even think I made it for the full season, honestly. Like I got tired of like the schedule and the late games, and I think like halfway through the season, one of my teammates kind of pissed me off with his attitude, and I think I ended up quitting like right after the game. But I played maybe like 10 games. I mean, it was fun. Oh, thank you very much. Yep. I put those lights on my wall a few years ago. Thanks. Thank you very much. And I also have like a, you can't see it, but I have a ring light. I have a nice ring light on the other side of this phone, so the lighting is nice. That's another thing about content, is like you have to have good lighting. So I would definitely recommend a ring light. Ring lights are great. Oh, Anonymous, thank you very much. Do you like my live streams, or do you like the YouTube Shorts? What do you primarily watch on my channel? You know, I've had some YouTubers that's kind of like inspired me to do live streams. Oh, thank you very much. I appreciate it. You know, I put like a lot of time and effort into my YouTube channel. Willie, thank you. I've been doing it for about 3 years. So I have quite a bit of videos posted on there. You know, it's one of the few things that I genuinely enjoy doing, is making content. Like, do you like to play Fortnite? I feel like somebody was asking me this the other night. As far as Fortnite goes, I don't have much experience playing it. A couple years back, I was at a friend's house and we were playing it together. So I think I've only played it maybe once or twice. But it was okay. Oh, cool. Yeah, that's one of those free-to-play games, huh? When you do a live stream, I always watch it. Nice. Did you change your Yayam? Have you always had that screen name? I did my first ASMR live stream earlier. It didn't do that well, but I did like 3 attempts at peeling the perfect hard-boiled egg. Oh, you changed yours? Yeah, I did my first ASMR video, and it only got like 41 views, but it was worth a shot. I might try it again in the future. But my name is actually Willie. All right, I will just call you Willie. You know, if I could get like, even if it was only like 20 people that come into my streams on a regular basis and stay for the majority of the stream, you know, that would really, really help get the watch hours I need. So I am definitely gonna keep pushing forward, and someday I will reach my goal. It will just take time. Nothing has ever come easy to me in my life. I've never had anything just take off. So it's as expected. But I think anything worth doing should be a challenge, so that when you do succeed, it feels worth it. Because if it's easy, it's not going to be as satisfying. But I have a lot of views on my YouTube Shorts, if you've seen it. Yeah, I'll have to check it out. What's the most views you've ever gotten on a YouTube Shorts? I liked the video when it said, if someone said shut up, I don't say shut up. And when I look at you, I throw, yeah. Yeah, that's a good one. You got 30,000? Like, my experience with like views on YouTube is like, I remember the first time I got like, you know, like 5,000 views. I was excited. But like ever since I got a video reach close to 700,000 views, like anything below that, I don't really get excited over that. And I think that's just human nature. So until I have a video surpass that one, It's kind of like whatever. I mean, I appreciate the views, but it's like I think it's human nature to always want more, to always desire more. I think it's the same thing with money. You know, you want to make 100,000, and then when you make 100,000, you want to make 200,000. I don't think as human beings we're ever really satisfied. We always want more, but I really think that's just human nature. But my most viewed video on this channel is 600. Hey, that's something, right? I mean, you got to start somewhere, and anyone that's ever started a YouTube channel, even Mr. Beast, he started with 0 subscribers. And I really think it took him like, what, 10 years to really take off? So, the time horizon is different for everybody. What I find on YouTube is like, in order to get results on YouTube, you have to give your viewers value. So either you're educating them on something and telling them something they don't know, or maybe you're making them laugh. Maybe you're doing like comedic skits. But I feel like ultimately on YouTube, to get any sort of results, you have to tap into people's emotions to get them to invest in you. That's what I've learned over the last 3 years creating content. Because like, Willie, like I was telling you, man, like when I first started my YouTube channel, I wasn't getting any traction. And so I had to really kind of like introspect with it and sit with it and really think about things. And I had to kind of pivot and start doing other things. Because like if you, whatever you're doing, if that's not working, like over a certain period of time, like you have to kind of pivot and do something else. Because how does it go? Like, right, like that would be insanity, right? To keep doing the same thing over and over again, but expect different results. So I think knowing what that fine line is, knowing like when you need to make a move, when you need to make a change, because the last thing you want to do is like do the wrong thing too long, because then you're just wasting time. What do you want to ask me? My most YouTube sword video is aiming that has 1,000. Oh, you have over 1,000 views on that, huh? Nice. Honestly, like I feel like some of my most silly YouTube shorts has gotten me the most subscribers. Can I be your editor? Maybe someday. That's one thing that I do not enjoy doing. I do not enjoy editing videos whatsoever. I find it very tedious. But I'm pretty sure that like some people are using AI to edit their videos. I wouldn't be surprised. But I will say, no matter what kind of content you make on YouTube, like you will have haters come in. You will have trolls. And for the most part, I ignore them. Sometimes I get in there and I chirp back at them. But I try for the most part to not give them the time of day because they don't really deserve it. But just know, like, if you do make YouTube videos on a regular basis, you will get trolls in the comment section. You will get people coming in and saying dumb things. But that's just part of being a content creator. So if you can't deal with that kind of stuff, then you probably shouldn't create content. It just comes with it. And you're also going to have like a lot of good people come in. And so in the end, I think it's worth it. And to be honest, like no matter what you do for a job, I just think it would be wise for anyone that is willing to do so to start a YouTube channel, because you never know what can happen. You know, and for the most part, it's free to make content besides the equipment. But like to start, all you really need is a cell phone. You don't need much more than that. And like I said, if your channel starts really taking off and you grow your channel, then you can start worrying about a better webcam. Then you can start worrying about a better microphone. But to start off, I would just use the phone and get results first. You use CapCut? Nice. Do you like editing videos? What I'm trying to do too is like, I'm trying to stream more games overall, because it takes some of the pressure off of me. Like when I'm playing a video game and somebody comes in, like yes, I will talk to them, but they can also watch and enjoy the game too. Whereas like all the pressure isn't on me to entertain you guys. Like sometimes like playing a video game kind of takes the pressure off of me a little bit, if you get what I'm saying. Because when I'm just sitting here talking to you guys, I'm like the main source of entertainment. And I'm actually very introverted. You might find that hard to believe, but I'm very introverted. You know, if I'm out with friends, like I can only do that for so many hours, and then like I want to be by myself so I can kind of like recharge. Have I played Madden Mobile or College Football Mobile? No, I don't play mobile games, honestly. Like I spend so much time on my video. I spend so much time on my phone making YouTube content that like when I play video games, like I don't really want to be like on the phone. I want to be like on my TV using my console. You know what I'm saying? The only thing I do on my phone when I stream games is I pull up the live stream on my phone so I can see the chat. I just feel like the mobile phone has like too many limitations for the games to be like really good on them. I will see you in the next live stream. All right, Willie, probably most likely Monday. There's a chance I might live stream this weekend, but it's like a small chance. So most likely it'll be Monday night that I'll live stream again. But it's nice to have you in a couple of streams tonight. It's been nice to meet you. It's been nice to talk with you. Thanks for being in the stream and spending some time here. I will see you on the next live stream. Take care, man. All right, we are at 53 minutes. I will be on a little while longer, guys. I'm gonna end it in like, probably like, so it's at 54 minutes now. I wanna go to at least 60 minutes, so about another 6 minutes. So is there anything you wanna close with, anything you wanna talk about before I get off? Because like when I come on here, like the bare minimum that I wanna do is like 60 minutes. That's kind of like my threshold. Hey. It's been a long day. And typically when I do my live streams, I always stream it vertically, but I wonder if I stream it horizontally, if it hits the algorithm in a different way, because with the live stream and the vertical orientation, people that are scrolling shorts will come across it. But if I stream horizontally, I guess people are gonna see it in like different ways, right? They wouldn't necessarily see, they wouldn't see it like in the YouTube shorts. So I don't know like if the views would be different in horizontal mode. I really don't know. But the one time I did try a live stream in the horizontal mode, I couldn't find the chat. Like it doesn't just show up automatically like it does with the vertical orientation. Has anyone else noticed that? Like when you're doing a live stream in horizontal mode, like how do you find the live chat? Because it's not as obvious as this is. All right, guys, a couple more minutes. So say your piece. Man, we got a funny cat up in here spreading misinformation. Fake news, fake news. Celtics wish they got LeBron. What country do I want to visit the most? Man. I kind of want to visit Thailand. I know you made that up. You being a funny guy. I appreciate it though. I have a good sense of humor, so I can take it. Like I was reading recently, the number one spot that Americans retire, and that number one was Thailand actually. Like your money will go much further over there than it will here in the States. Like if you get $2,000 a month Social Security, just to make it an even number, it's hard to live off here in the States. But $2,000 a month in Thailand, you can live much more comfortable. So between the Social Security and like, you know, selling the house and bringing all my assets, you know, if I'm fortunate enough to retire someday, I'm trying to keep an open mind that, you know, where I retire might not be here in America. Hey, Willie. Willie 707 boat right. But yeah, I would probably say Thailand. I love Thai food too. And there's this Thai YouTuber I like to watch, and like it's amazing how cheap, like if you go there with American money, how cheap the food is. I saw like this, like I see these huge plates of food and it's only like $3 US for all the food. Whereas like here it would be like $20. Everything here is so overpriced. Okay, this is your other account, Willie. Nice. I was gonna do like a second YouTube account, and then I'm like, I don't want another YouTube account to manage. One's enough for me. But I see that like quite a few people have 2 YouTube accounts. And it makes sense, like if you want to do multiple niches and you want to keep them separated, it makes sense to have 2 separate YouTube channels. But anyways, guys, I am getting pretty tired, so I'm going to end the stream, but I appreciate everyone that's been in here. Again, if you like this content and you enjoy it and you've had fun being here, please like the live stream and consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. It would be greatly appreciated. Thank you very much. And I will most likely be streaming Monday evening. I hope to see all of you there. Yes, we will eventually collab, definitely. All right, guys. I hope you all have a good rest of your evening or morning or afternoon, whatever part of the world you're from. And I hope to talk to all of you soon.